So, this is what remains of Edith Finch. I didn't have like a title on this because I honestly have no idea what this game's about. I had to get this weird menu screen thing because when I start the game it puts me right in. So I had to get here and I'm just gonna click new game, see what happens. Hopefully it'll start me from the beginning. Otherwise, the only thing that happens is it shows the name of the game and then it like puts me, I'm on a boat or something, and yeah. So there I was like on a boat. Here we go. Start me over. So there you go. I also put the reticule on just for the backpack, cannery, cup over there. Hopefully it's not too loud, so I can turn it down more. I'm actually gonna check. I might need to turn it down a little bit more. I want to be able to hear it, but also for you guys to hear it. So it looks like my arm's broken. So I have this book.
A lot of this isn't going to make sense to you, and I'm sorry about that. I'm just going to start at the beginning, with the house.
So what I'm thinking is this might be like a story game.
Someone had put up a chain link fence, but it looked like I wasn't the first person to hop it. My brother Milton disappeared when I was 4. It was like the house just swallowed him up.
October 23rd. Dang. How old was he? He was 11. Or just about 11. Milton. So it seems like a story game.
I lived here until I was 11, but I wasn't allowed inside half the rooms. Inside the mailbox were bills from 7 years ago, marked urgent, open immediately. I hadn't been back since my brother Lewis's funeral.
Oh, I knocked the words on the ground. Or the letters.
In her will, my mother left me a key, but didn't tell me what it unlocked. Maybe she thought I'd know. Or she thought that the mystery would be enough to bring me back.
You got the words just get pushed out of the way. The Finches. Which Which way should I go? That way's to the house. Let's go this way, I guess. Unless this way's to the house. Unless both ways are to the house. I'm not really sure. Oh yeah. I'm gonna go back this way then. Can I just walk off? No. Do I have feet? I do have feet. The whole body.
The truth is, even after I inherited the house, I never thought I'd come back to it. But now I had questions about my family that only the house knew the answers to.
I don't like this music.
The woods around the house have always been uncomfortably silent. As if they're about to say something, but never do.
Yeah, I could see that. I just don't know if this game has like secrets or something just surrounding.
The house was exactly like I remembered it, the way I'd been dreaming about it.
Okay, so yeah. Hello. No, don't run away. I guess if I kept going this way, I would have saw a deer. But I went in the woods because I'm cool. And I don't know how long this game is either. I just downloaded it and started playing it. It's JRM 1187. See if I could do anything with that. There's a boat over there. Oh. Huh? A slide? It's like a dragon slide.
I asked Edie once about the dragon in the pond. She said it had killed her husband. I was 6. It seemed like an odd joke to me, even then.
Maybe it wasn't a joke. That would really suck if this was a horror game. It just caught me off guard. Because I'm pretty chilled right now.
As a child, the house made me uncomfortable in a way I couldn't put into words. Now, as a 17-year-old, I knew exactly what those words were. I was afraid of the house.
Yeah, I'm kind of afraid of the house too. Do I want to go up to the door? There can't be anybody here, right?
I hoped the key might unlock the front door. It didn't. Looking in, I felt like the house itself had been waiting for me.
Okay, gotta find a way in, I guess.
The house felt like it had always been here. Even the swing set was older than my mother.
Nice.
Crawling through the doggy door used to be a lot easier when I was 11. The power had been turned off the night we left.
Sweet. Got nothing to say about this stuff, I guess. These books. Northwest Chef, Raw Fowl, a Viking's Belly. Just cooking stuff. Cooking ingredients. Soldering tools. It's a nice car.
For the first time in years, I felt like I was home.
Here we are.
But instead of a family, there were just memories of one.
Ah. Edith, Dawn, Lewis, and Eddie. So I guess I'm Edith. I didn't know for sure if I was Edith or not. Let's get some water.
Like how only one restaurant would deliver to our house, so we had Chinese a lot. Or how after Lewis started working at the cannery, we all got sick of eating salmon. Except our cat, Molly. The table was still a wreck from the night we left. It was like a bomb had gone off, killing everyone but sparing the furniture.
A boat. Look at them. Look at them go. Yes, a window to the garage, my favorite. Book of Mushrooms. I didn't know I could zoom. What was that? I don't like the creaking this game has.
My mom was the only one of us who could imagine Great-Grandma Edie living in a nursing home.
Edie. Thought it was Eddie. But it's Edie, my bad. I don't like that. I'm gonna look up if this game's a horror game. Because I don't want to be jump scared. Okay, so it's like a ghost story, basically. I guess. So I don't think I'm gonna be jump scared. Alright, we'll see, I guess.
Nothing in the house looked abnormal. There was just too much of it, like a smile with too many teeth. Even the fireplace had a story. Edie told me the bricks came from the original house, after it sank.
Oh, bye. Why is it doing that to me? There's a guy over there. Hear the wind coming through. Not yet. Why am I doing this?
Great-Grandpa Sven built a music box for Barbara, along with the rest of the house.
Can we stop that, please, now? Oh, what's that? Violin. Okay, I want it back on now.
My mom wasn't much of an optimist, but she never stopped believing that my brother Milton was alive. A lot of things got left behind in the whirlwind of that last night.
Wonder what happened last night. The last night. Oh. Well, that's fun. Look at all those books piled up. Okay. Should I go up or down first? Oh.
Mom always told me to stay out of the basement, so I wasn't too surprised when the key didn't fit.
Shoot. Okay, guess we're going up.
After Milton disappeared, Mom sealed up all the bedrooms. Then Edie retaliated and drilled peepholes.
Peepholes. Is this where I'm supposed to go? Oh.
My Grandpa Sam spent 7 years sharing a room with his dead brother, Calvin. As a kid, I just assumed every house had peepholes and sealed rooms you weren't allowed inside of.
The last time I was in Edith Senior's room, I was 10 and she was painting my portrait.
I'm gonna go back down and look at that peephole because I didn't know that's what that was. They had a peephole in the garage, just chilling on that workbench. Look at this thing. It's kind of cool. I want to see what's in here.
Edie told me once that every Finch who ever lived is buried somewhere in the library.
Oh. Okay. No, I don't want to go in there. Look at that nice saw art. What the? That's weird. Okay, I'm gonna go check this room. Barbara.
Barbara was a child star for 2 years, until America grew out of it.
Dang.
Edie's father, Odin, built the original house.
Nicely done, Odin.
Whenever people ask me about my family, the first thing they always want to know about is Barbara.
I see. Huh. Is there anything to talk about here?
Mom must have locked the 3rd floor stairs on the night we left.
Mom, come on. What does this lead to? Can't do anything with that. Shoot. Okay. I don't like that. Molly.
Molly always seemed like a girl I could imagine being friends with, if she hadn't died in 1947.
Why the heck did she still have a room?
I spent a lot of time playing in Great Uncle Walter's room. I think my mom sometimes regretted not sealing it up.
It's a cool room.
Lewis told me there were secret passages, but I never believed him.
The keys to a book.
Turns out, my mom was really good at keeping secrets. Now it was time to find out what my mom had been afraid of.
Whoa. Okay, that's kind of cool.
Reading this, maybe it sounds like I had a plan. From the paintings on the wall, it was clear my brother Milton had been here before me.
Aw, Milton. Maybe that's why he went missing.
But I had no idea what was behind that door.
It's what's her face's room, right?
Just like I had no idea where all this was gonna lead.
Saving. Why are you saving? Don't save. Don't save. I don't like saving. So this girl, Molly.
I grew up looking at Molly's room through the peephole.
She had this like secret little thing in her closet all along.
Molly's gerbil had a tiny bedroom with its own even tinier gerbil cage.
That's awesome. There's the peephole.
Being inside for the first time, I felt like I'd stepped behind a painting.
That makes sense. Merry Christmas. Where do I go? Sit in the chair? Oh.
December 13th, 1947. Dear Diary, I'll be gone soon, but I wanted to tell somebody about what's gonna happen. It started when Mom sent me to bed without dinner. I woke up and I was starving, so I looked around for something to eat.
I'm Molly. Look, I'm shorter. It's 1947.
The gerbil food was dry, but I didn't mind it.
Shitty gerbil food. I don't want to leave yet. Oh, that door's open. Fishy!
I thought about eating Christopher, but I held back.
Good. Don't eat Christopher. Hi, Christopher. Oh, it's snowing. Oh, it's just a bathroom.
I ate a lot of things that night. I kept eating and eating.
Toothpaste. Aw, you poor child.
Then I heard chirping outside my window. It was
Hey,
a barn
bud.
swallow going back to her nest. I reached out for
Hello.
her.
But I
And
was
suddenly-
locked in. What?
I was a cat.
Huh? I'm a cat, y'all. Come
I
here,
tried
bird.
to be quiet, but the bird was really scared.
What the heck? Yeah. Meow.
Mom and Dad didn't even look at me.
They look dead. They look like statues. Hey! 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 Now. Where do I go now? Oh. Wait, look, this is the garage, right? It wasn't even on yet. That's why there was a window, right? No. Yeah? No, yeah? Yeah. Yeah, it's the garage.
I jumped and I almost got her. I could tell she was getting really tired. Now I was up in the big tree. I promised Dad I wouldn't climb it anymore. All I cared about was eating that mama bird.
Why?
I gobbled her up. And suddenly, I was an owl. First, all I heard was the wind. Then I heard little teeth nibbling in the grass. Rabbits.
I got one.
I imagined his face looking up and seeing mine through my talons. I swallowed him up, and I didn't chew one bit. Then I flew off to find something bigger.
A lion. I'm flying.
A mama rabbit. She was almost too big to carry. I started choking, but I couldn't stop eating. And suddenly, I was a shark.
What? Blammo. I'm a shark. Here we go. Look at me, I'm a shark. What the heck is going on? Why am I a shark?
I rolled
shoot.
off a cliff and into the ocean. Now, I was hungrier than ever.
Look at me go. Come here, boy. Come here, boy. Come here,
I
boy.
wanted fat, juicy seals.
Ah!
I tore off her flipper, and it tasted really good.
Whoa. What's going on right now? Hello there. Shoot.
I grabbed on tight. But I was so hungry, I jumped out of the water. When I opened my eyes, everything had changed.
Am I an octopus now?
Now I was a monster, and I smelled people everywhere.
A monster or like an octopus?
I was big, and I moved real quiet.
Holy crap. Something wrong with this
I wanted to
kid.
stop, but also I didn't. last passenger, I was still hungry. Crossed the water and smelled like a meal, something I had to have, so I swam towards it.
I don't like being a monster.
I slithered onto the sand, and the good smell went into an old pipe.
No idea what the heck's going on here. But you know what? Okay. Oh, I'm in a toilet. Am I gonna eat myself?
I got closer and closer.
Yeah.
All my stomach started growling. And suddenly, I was me again. I held my breath for a long time, but I couldn't hear anything. I think it's waiting for me to fall asleep. But it's not going to wait much longer. It needs to be, and we both know I will be delicious.
What the heck? Molly, there's something wrong with you.
I'm not sure if I believed all of that, but I'm sure Edie would have.
Okay. Wait a sec. Oh. So I'm supposed to... I'm supposed to... like, figure out my tree. My family tree. And figure out all the stories to everybody. So I'm supposed to get in their room. At least that's what I think. I'm supposed to get in their room.
I got the sense Edie had spent a lot of time here before my mom sealed the doors.
That was the cat.
This will be obvious later, but my mom never told me any of these stories.
Edie would have, but Mom didn't like bringing up the past. Though, when we adopted a stray kitten, she was the one who named it Molly.
I spent a lot of time in Great-Grandma Edie's room.
What's click clanging? Bob! Bob, you legend. Oh. Derpy! Who's this one? This one doesn't have a name, I guess. Herp. Burpee! Derpy Burpee. Is that a lizard? Is that Rob? Rob! Lurpy! Derpy, Burpy, Lurpy, Purply. And... Perpy. Aw, cute little birdies. 1937.
One summer, they evacuated the island, but Edie refused to go. For a few weeks, she was a celebrity. I hadn't thought of myself as Edith Jr. for a long, long time.
Oh, Edith is the grandma, too.
Edie gave a big interview about a mole man living under the Finch house. My mom was furious.
Edie is like her nickname, I guess.
When Edie told people Sven was killed by a dragon, she could also have said he was building a dragon-shaped slide that collapsed. She could have, but she didn't.
Dragon-shaped slide would be sick. Is that the picture of him falling? I guess so. I don't know how they got that on camera, but okay. This is the plans to the Death Star. Just kidding.
Even in the 90s, sometimes Edie seemed a lot younger than my mother.
It's because she was fun. Oh, look, that's right here. Get out of my way, chair.
Louis died a week before we left, but Edie had already started to memorialize him.
She didn't finish, though. Can I finish for her?
Edie knit me a new pair of gloves every year, just in time to replace the old ones.
Okay, I want to look at my gloves now. Show me my gloves. If I walk, can I see them? Yeah, okay. I don't know if those are Edie's gloves or just
The room was like a
new
museum.
gloves.
For 500 years, the Finches have been famous throughout Norway for their fortune
Norway?
and misfortune. Odin Finch buries the latest victims of the family curse, his wife Ingeborg and their newborn son, Johan. On January 7th, 1937, he set sail with his family and his house, hoping to leave the curse behind. But 40-foot waves off the coast of Washington send the house and Odin to the bottom of the sea. Odin's daughter Edie, with husband Sven and baby Molly, step ashore on their new home, Orcas Island. Odin Finch is the first to be buried in the new family cemetery. His daughter Edie is already dreaming of a new Finch house.
Wow.
Whatever's wrong with this family, it goes back a long ways.
Come on, Odin. Mysteries of Death and Thereafter. Odin Finch. Oh, she had her birds. She liked birds. What's in here? It's the pink bathroom. There's a peephole into the bathroom.
The only trace Grandpa Sam's first wife, Kay, left on the house was the pink bathroom.
It was a pretty big trace.
Mama would love this bathroom. Except this carpet's like... I feel like that would be terrible. Frog. Is that it? Okay. Can I go back out the window? No. Okay. Oh, I can't go out this way either. I guess I gotta find something else. Molly, Barbara, Calvin, Sam, Walter, Don, Gus, Gregory, Lewis, Milton, Edith. That's me. 2004 and she's only 17. Wonder what year it is in this game. Well, I could figure it out. I don't know her birthday, but it's say it's already happened. So it's either shoot, quick maths. Why is this so hard for me to understand? 2004. And it's 2018. Right? I'm not sure. No, it's 2021, right? So she's 17, because I'm... Huh. Yeah, it must be 2021. Or maybe 2020. Oh, it has to be 2021. That's probably the earliest it could be. That's crazy. I'm supposed to do something here, but I don't know what. Something with her bed. Norwegian folk tales. The mirror doesn't work. I would like to see what I look like. Is this how I do it? Yeah, that's how I do that. That's what I look like up there. Nice. Oh, here we go.
There's a secret in this bathroom. It's in the last place you would look. It isn't in the cupboard. It's hidden in this book.
Whoa. Put the tabs back, Edith. Come on. What the heck is this?
Sven gave Sam an old camera he'd refurbished. He never put it down.
Oh, is this it? Is that a camera? Can't tell. Too close. Let me in. Oh, I can go back. No, I don't want to go back. No, I don't want to go back. Let me back in the secret room. Ugh. Ah, there's the swing. Milton. Oh, this is the shared room. They had a little secret compartment to the pink bathroom, I guess. Sam.
I knew Grandpa Sam had a twin. And that he never talked about him.
To Command Center. So one of them was all about space.
I guess my grandpa didn't like history any more than my mom did.
One was all about, one of them was all about space, and the other one was all about the woods and forts and army and stuff. Oh, this is so cool.
How I Want to Remember My Brother by Sam Finch. The thing I remember is that when he made up his mind, that was it.
Hey, I got a broken leg.
My brother said he'd die before he ate another mushroom. And he did.
Why
At
am I
Barbara's
going
funeral,
sideways?
we swore we'd never be afraid again. And he wasn't. I think Calvin always wanted to fly.
Sam! Calvin! Dinner's ready! Coming!
But that day, he finally made up his mind to do it. I told him going around was impossible. Maybe if I hadn't said that,
Oh, am I Calvin?
I'm not gonna tell you again!
maybe if the wind hadn't picked up, then maybe he'd still be here. But I doubt it. I think he'd already made up his mind. That's what I want to remember about my brother.
I'm going over. Yes.
The day he made up his mind to fly. And he did.
And he did. Aww. He flew.
Calvin's story felt strangely familiar. When I was younger, I remember trying to do the exact same thing.
Calvin was fearless. Good old Calvin.
After the funeral, Edie roped off Calvin's half of the room.
Nice. Sad, but good thing to remember him by. Oh. Huh. That's the coolest one yet.
The passages were a
Dang.
pretty tight fit. They'd obviously been built for smaller hands and bellies.
Don't go out yet, though. Okay, good. Ah, Barbara.
Growing up, I always thought of Barbara as a child star.
Oh, that's getting back in. I don't want to get back in. I to explore Barbara's story. Good old Barbara. I don't like the ominous music going on.
I never thought about how hard it must have been for her afterwards. Of all the stories people wrote about Barbara's death, I'm surprised Edie saved this one.
Old Jack here with another ghastly tale inspired by America's most unfortunate family. I'm calling it The Surprise Ending of Barbara Finch. As a child star, Barbara was famous for her scream. Now at 16, she was all washed up. A has-been. But in a lucky break, she'd been asked to perform her signature scream at a local convention for monster movie fans. It was just the boost her career needed. Unfortunately, her scream hadn't aged well.
Getting better. I think you just need the right motivation.
Her biggest fan and current boyfriend, Rick, was about to demonstrate when...
Now that was a great scream.
It was Barbara's father, Sven. He'd slipped into a table saw and had to be rushed to the emergency room. So Barbara got stuck babysitting her youngest brother, Walter. Her convention comeback was cancelled.
Okay, I'm hearing frustration, but I'm not hearing terror. What if I tried...
A gang of hoodlums in Halloween masks have been terrorizing Orcas Island tonight. Police are urging residents to...
That came from the basement.
You're right! Also, I loved your delivery on that. Why is your basement door locked?
Because my dad likes making puzzles and secret passages. There's a key hidden in the music box. The secret is to keep winding and winding until finally the key pops out.
Thanks, babe. I'll be back in a sec.
20 minutes later, Rick hadn't returned. So Barbara went to look for him, right on cue. She reached for the music box. And as she wound the key, she listened for Rick, but the house was silent. She found Rick's crutch and imagined the worst.
The gang's leader is the infamous Hookman killer, Dr. Carl Hamill, who impaled and then ate his family 10 years ago tonight.
What's up? You wanna go? What's up?
The old fridge rattled and grew still.
Oh dear!
Oh!
Rick?
Barb, relax. I was just trying to scare you to help you find your scream.
Well, I'm not scared, Rick. I'm furious.
Then act furious. All I'm getting from you now is that you're hurt and confused and you're...
She threw him out, but she kept a little something to remember him by.
Barb, have you seen my other crutch?
And she was still holding it when she fell asleep watching the late picture show. Hours later...
Barbara! Walter, what's going on up there? Ah! Okay, I'm coming up, but if this is a trick, you're dead, Walter.
Bruh. You want a ghost skeleton? What's up? What's up, skeleton? Yeah, take that. What's up? This is before the peoples. Ah! Oh, the game doesn't let me go that way.
Walter, are you there?
Walter had vanished, but his bedside radio was still on.
Orcas Island police describe the man as 6 feet tall, with a steel hook for a hand. Residents are urged to lock all doors and windows and notify the police of any suspicious activity.
Barbara turned, saw the hook man, and was speechless. He was quite smashing. And when he was, he couldn't get enough of Barbara.
Okay, Barbara, there's gotta be another way out of here.
What's up, clown? What's up, clown? Let's go, clown. The window? Here. I was trying to find this.
That night, she played her part beautifully. Molly's door hadn't been opened in years. The hinges groaned. He wasn't moving, but she sensed the story might not be over yet.
Let's go kill this guy. He's gone.
The hookman had vanished. She listened for his breathing, but all she heard was...
Ding dong? Ding dong.
Someone at the door was dying to speak to young Barbara. At
That's
the
all
door,
right, man.
she heard whispering. It was coming from inside the house.
Oh dear.
Oh dear. Surprise!
The monsters had come to surprise her. For Barbara, it was a dream come true. Then she saw what kind of monsters they were, and she realized what was about to happen. She was going to be famous. And with her final breath, Barbara Finch gave the performance of her life. I wasn't there myself, but I hear Barbara was magnificent. Poor girl. She had a taste for stardom. But unfortunately, so did her fans. Of course, the police blamed it all
That was a weird
on
noise.
poor Rick,
Sorry.
who disappeared the same night. And little Walter, hiding under his bed the whole time. He took it all pretty hard. But that's another story. As for Barbara, tucked inside the music box is all they ever found of her. Her
Oh.
Now that's what I call a real eerie tale.
Hell is hilarious.
Edie
Okay.
told me all Barbara wanted was to be remembered, as absurd as that comic was. Maybe what Edie saw was a happy ending.
Okay. Good old Barbara. Barbara had been... Yes. Barbara. Barbara, yes. Nice. Is that pizza? Happy birthday, Barbara. Didn't even eat your dang pizza. Guess that's all. Sorry, it's just my
I guess
throat.
now I know why Mom didn't like me playing with the music box.
It's getting dark. I don't like that. It's Molly. Guess that's why they have a wooden table now, not a glass one. Awesome.
Mom said the basement was off limits, unless I wanted another tetanus shot.
This is where he was designing the dragon slide.
I saw Edie sneak down to the basement once, carrying packages. I thought maybe she was hiding presents. It turned out she was hiding a lot more than that.
Whoa. I can't see anything. Oh.
I remember asking Mom once about where Walter had gone. She said after Barbara died, he got as far away as he could. If there's a pattern in all these stories, I think it's that none of us has gotten very far.
What if Walter's been chilling down here all this time? Oh, they have a little window down here. Oh, this is where he was.
Goodbye, everyone. I can't believe I've been down here for 30 years.
Whoa.
On that first day, after the shaking started, I didn't think I'd survive a week. But after a few days, I settled into a routine.
Oh, here we go.
That's what kept me sane. Having a schedule, living for today. I always expected to be dead tomorrow. But if you wait long enough, you get used to anything.
It's been 4 days.
Even a monster on the other side of the door starts to feel normal. Almost friendly.
More beaches.
And then one day, everything just
Whoa.
stopped. Whatever that thing was, it was gone. Maybe it got tired of waiting. Or maybe I just got tired of being afraid. It's been a week now, the longest in 30 years. I'm done waiting. I have to leave while I still can.
Oh. What? Goes even deeper.
I know it's out there somewhere. Whatever killed Barbara and Molly and Calvin.
Calvin flew. I don't remember how Molly died. Oh yeah, she got eaten by the
Maybe
monsters.
this is all a mistake. But I need to stop living the same day, even if it kills me.
What the heck? Comes out to an old track, railway, something, I don't know.
Whatever's out there, I want you to know I'm ready for it. I'm going to appreciate all of it, especially the food.
So why did he hide in the basement in the
I don't
first
mind
place?
if I only have a year left. Or a month. Or a single week. I'd be happy with one new day. I can already imagine the sun on my face.
Dang.
Walter died when I was 6. I can't believe my mom never told me he was down here.
Oh, it's not 2021. Because if she was 6, and it was 2005, then she must have been born in 1999.
I'm sure my mom was trying to protect me. Maybe she was afraid I'd end up like Walter.
It's the exact same.
But if she never told me about an uncle under the house, I can only imagine what else she was hiding. I don't want to make the same mistakes she made, trying to bury something that's still alive.
It's nighttime now.
Now that there's only one of us left, or maybe two, I thought it was time I heard the stories for myself and found out what happened to everyone else. But now I'm worried the stories themselves might be the problem. Maybe we believed so much in a family curse, we made it real.
Aw, Walter. What's that blinking over there? I'm outside
I don't know if
again.
I should even be writing this. Maybe it'd be better if all this just died with me. But I thought you should know about your family. And the history you're a part of.
It's a pretty view.
Though to be honest, I feel as lost as you probably do right now.
I do feel really lost.
I think the people in these stories believed them, for what that's worth.
Sorry I keep making weird noises. I'm having to like burp and clear my throat. I don't know why.
And when you look at the house, that history of imagination and stubbornness and madness, any of it seems possible.
Supposed to look in the people again. Wait, the swing. Yeah. That's why it's all tangled up there. 'Cause he flew. Sweet,
I think we've been surrounded by death for so long, we've just gotten used to it. What kind of family finishes building a cemetery before starting the house? It's embarrassing for me to admit this, but the pet cemetery made me more uncomfortable than the human one. 3 of the gerbils are mine, and 2 had been my fault.
Oh, they had a dog named Bob. Gerbils? Where are the gerbils? Oh, they also had a dog named Lucy.
Sven built the house, but it was Edie who designed the cemetery.
Calvin went to the moon. Oh, that's so cool. That's a cool gravestone. Oh, that was Walter. dug out of the hole.
I'm sure Odin's monument had been Edie's idea. My mom was always trying to move on, but for Edie, the past never went away. She could see it poking out of the water at low tide.
Oh, that's the house. That's the house.
Edie said she dreamed about the old house every night.
Wow. I'm gonna jump. Just kidding. This must have been Edith and her brother.
Edie's side was always easier for me to understand. But the older I get, the more I can see where my mom was coming from. Her dad had been pretty strict, but it wasn't enough to save her brothers. She was just trying to do better.
Who the heck's
She lost
Sanjay
two of
Kumar?
her brothers, just like I did. I get why she tried so hard to protect us. We never found Milton's body, so my mom insisted we were putting up a monument, not a tombstone.
It's a crown.
There's so many things I wish I could ask my mom now. Part of me thinks this is what she wanted all along. For me to come back someday and find everything out for myself.
Guess so. This is probably not a great idea. It's probably gonna fall.
But looking back on it now, if she told me there was going to be so much climbing, I never would have come when I was 22 weeks pregnant.
Oh, that's why her bell is so big. She's purgant. Walk on the glass, that's a good idea. Just kidding.
I never met Grandpa Sam, but I think he and my mom had a lot in common. They were both pretty intense.
Whose room is this? Grandpa Sam?
Sam spent his life shooting photos, but Mom said he got nervous being in front of the camera. I guess we're all afraid of something.
Guess so. I'll check that out in a sec. I want to live Sam's life.
Dawn, I promise, you'll never forget this weekend.
Yes, sir.
These memories are gonna last a lifetime.
Hmm? Am I gonna have to shoot anything?
It's a hunting trip, Dawn. Shooting is strongly encouraged.
Shouldn't we be leaving?
Just want to get a shot of you, Dawn, then we can take off.
What?
Look at me.
Perfect.
It's gonna rain the whole weekend, isn't it? I will never forget this weekend, Dad.
That's the spirit. Okay, got it.
I'm gonna take some pictures, okay?
Just be careful. The camera's older than you are.
Definitely should.
Hey!
That's a keeper.
I'm just saying, I'm not always gonna be here, Don. You'll need to remember this stuff, if you want to survive.
I'll be fine, Dad.
You know who else thought he was gonna be fine?
Some guy who died.
Don, I'm being serious.
I know, Dad. You're always serious. Doesn't being out here make you want to chill out?
Well, to tell you the truth, I haven't been out here in 20 years.
Take a picture of this fish. Am I supposed to take a picture of Dad?
Last time I was with my brother Calvin. Man, that was a great trip. Your grandpa's Don, don't you think you could find something more interesting to photograph? We found an old logging trail. There were deer everywhere. I bet if I could remember where that trail was, we'd spot a buck for you in no time. Give me a minute to check the map. Let's see.
Dad!
Good eyes, Don. Before you take the shot, let me get a picture of it.
Dad, I...
Just breathe. Turn off your imagination. Focus on your target. Let me get behind you.
Do I have to do this?
Dawn, you don't have to do anything. But if you want to survive, you'll need to be strong. Great shot, Dawn! I'm proud of you, Dawn. Always remember that, okay?
Dad, it's twitching. I think
That's
it's
totally
some-
normal, Dawn. Just focus on the camera. Try not to think about...
Dad!
Oh, wow. Jeez.
Of all these stories, that's the one I wish most that my mom had told me.
All right.
Instead of hiding from death, Sam seemed to go out of his way to meet it.
Yeah. Seems like that. That legit like made me sad. That's such a bummer.
After Sam died, my mom and Edie got really close. They'd both lost a lot.
Oh, okay. That's a creepy picture. Okay, maybe not so much now that I'm like looking at it, but Okay, yeah, no, that's a little creepy. There's some babies. There's a town over there. Sorry.
Dear Kay,
Pop my neck.
do you remember the way Gregory used to laugh when he thought he was alone? Like something funny was happening, but only he could see it. I think he saw things the rest of us don't.
Move over, Gregory. It's time to... Hold on, sweetie. Hello? Sam, I told you I don't want to talk right now.
Oh, duckies and bubbles. Let me knock this bee off. Yeah, take that. Yeah, ball derby, ball derby.
You reminded me so much of Calvin. Lost in his imagination.
Look at me go. Whee! Break the wall. Ha. Look at the whale up there. I want the whale. The song reminds me of Batman for some reason. Am I supposed to be doing something?
Whatever it was, he saw.
Oh. Come on, whale.
It sure made him happy.
Yes. Yay. Woo. 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 Over the whale. Yes. Over the whale. Doing. Oh. Yes.
I know how silly it sounds. But I worried about a baby being too happy. But I could feel him slipping away.
Whee!
Sorry about that, Gregory.
I know you did everything you could.
No. I wanted to keep playing.
Maybe if I hadn't called that night.
Damn it. Hold on, I don't want Gregory to hear this.
Ah.
I wish he could have told us about the world he saw.
Water. Water. No, turn the water off. Turn the water off.
There's
Turn the
so
water.
much I don't understand about Gregory.
I am
everything.
frog. gotta pull the plug.
I know what happened wasn't your fault. I'm sure he's happy. And he'd want you to be happy too. Good luck, Kay. Love, Sam.
Wow. There's the whale. Good old Gregory with the little froggy. Oh. Okay. Where's this little froggy? There it is. Gregory's my favorite character now, so far. Nothing but a helmet.
I can't imagine my mom ever writing poetry, and yet...
Poem for Gus. It's a kite. There's a fireman's pole right here. Let's learn Gus' story.
A poem for Gus, who always said the wedding was a bad idea. Our father never hit us kids, at least not very hard, before the day my brother said with teenage disregard that he'd be dead before he'd see a wedding in our yard. My father made him come, of course, but Gus stood far apart, just flew his kite and bottled up the storm inside his heart.
That's not how kites work, but sure. Wow, 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 wow. Look at the wedding. Everybody look at my kite! Sorry.
I tried to talk him out of it, but though he'd never met her, we don't need a stepmom were the words that I
now pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss the bride.
What am I supposed to do? Oh, here we go.
When the time for photos came, Dad ordered him to come here. But Gus declined, and as a sign held up his middle finger.
Frick you, Dad.
The wind picked up, and panicked geese appeared and quickly went. But all the humans did that day was go inside the tent. The rain came down in buckets then, but no one seemed afraid that nature might destroy the tent our dad had crudely made. The thunder sounded much too close and full of angry power. But all my father said to this was, "Make the music louder." I wish that I could truly say I thought about you on that day. Out there on the beach alone, Just you, the wind, the sea, and foam. But I didn't. Until we found you.
She never talked about him, but Mom told me once if I was a boy, they were going to name me Gus.
Poor Gus. Just a cool guy with the mohawk who wanted to fly his kite. And listen to music. Like me. Except I don't have a mohawk. Race flag, 7:30. Breakfast at 8. Quiet time, 11. Duties, Dawn, sweep trash, Gus, mop, mow yard, Greg, be a baby. Routine, jump rope, 100%, jumping jacks, 150%, push-ups, 100%, crunches, 100%, run to mailbox and back. It's pretty good exercise there, Gus. You get a rock wall? No, I don't want to go up
My
yet.
mom moved up to the loft after her brothers died. At the time, it was as far away as she could get.
I can't really decipher that because I don't know what the house looks like. Okay. We can go up. We can go up now. Let's go up now. Rock climbing. That would keep you in shape to get up here. Though you'd never want to come up here unless you had to. She keeping watch on the baby though. Let's see.
Religion was another thing my mom never talked about, but I think it helped her a lot after her dad died.
That's nice.
She spent a summer building houses in Calcutta, where she met my dad, Sanjay.
Sanjay was... Is my lip bleeding? There's blood on my hand. Am I... Something's bleeding. I don't know what though. I turn my light on. Oh, my lip. We're good. Okay, sorry.
My mom moved to India a week after graduation and got a job teaching English. Louis was born a year later.
Getting up here.
When my dad died, I don't think Mom knew where else to go. I'm sure Edie was happy to have her back. The house had to get a little bigger, but Edie was used to that.
It'd be pretty awesome to live up here, but it would be kind of annoying to get up and down from here every day.
And for a while, things were good. Almost normal. But it didn't last.
Oh, they did a presentation on Odin. That's cool.
The beginning of the end was Milton's 10th birthday, when Edie gave him a castle.
That's awesome.
After Milton disappeared, the only thing he left behind was a room full of paintings.
Who's Milton again? Oh, her brother. The one who went missing. Look around a little bit more. Okay, never mind. That's awesome.
Milton Finch in The Magic Paintbrush.
Oh.
I was 4 when Milton disappeared.
Dang. Alright. Almost to the top.
Mom spent months searching for my brother. Then she sealed the doors.
Oh, there's the door.
Whatever Milton had found in the house, Mom didn't want it getting out. Mom definitely blamed Edie, but I think Lewis blamed himself. After he graduated, he just spent more and more time in his room, until Mom got him a job at the cannery. Everyone always told me to stay out of Lewis's room, except Lewis.
There was a boat. Lewis's room is inside of a boat. How cool is that? I want Lewis's room. How the heck am I supposed to get in? I can open up that window. I didn't see that. Oh.
Lewis's room smelled very, very familiar. That part of him lived on.
I wonder why.
Lewis and I spent a lot of time playing games together, but he was surprisingly bad at them. He died a lot.
Hey, don't judge him. He was doing his best.
Dear Mrs. Finch, as Lewis's psychiatrist, I can understand your desire for an explanation. As I see it, the trouble began in January, shortly after we convinced your son to seek treatment for substance abuse. Newly sober, I believe Lewis first noticed the monotony of his daily life. He kept working at the cannery, but he withdrew part of himself. In our sessions, I saw the same behavior. His mind began to wander. I asked him to describe it. He said he started small, imagining a labyrinth. He'd feel his way about. Then something moved. Bats. And toads.
Whoa.
And things that have not names. He knew it was all in his head.
Get baited.
But he took it very seriously. I had hoped he'd find himself. But he found something more. I worried about him then. Daydreaming at the cannery. I spoke with his boss. But he said Lewis had become a model employee. Methodical, tireless, focused. Like a whole new Lewis. So I let him go on. I even encouraged him. It seemed very promising at first. He told me he'd made a new friend.
Hi, buddy.
On the edge of a city he named Lewis Topia. He built the city up slowly, brick by brick. Then he made musicians. And songs for them to play. He talked about starting a band. And he was always humming something. Every day his imagination grew stronger. no longer spoke at the cannery, but his chopping was as reliable as ever. Then one day it struck him that all the cheering crowds, even the stones under his feet, were all in his imagination, so he could do whatever he wished.
Giant fish.
He held an election for mayor, and he won. They begged him to stay, but his mind was already wandering. It became a game for him. He'd conquer a city, then immediately push on. New Louisville. St. Louis.
St. Louis.
He started drifting away from our reality. Minneapolis. Until one day he forgot to go home from the cannery. Even as his mother pleaded with him, part of Louis kept sailing on.
Gotta keep
In
going.
Louisburg, he heard rumors of a handsome queen.
Handsome queen.
The queen was on her own quest for sinister serpents. He followed the sound of her silver harp.
I hope none of this story matters. Like what I pick.
His chase led him to a golden palace east of the sun and west of the moon. Even then, his logic remained sound. He knew the world was all in his imagination. But he was so proud of having created it. In his own eyes, he'd become something greater than a king. For someone who'd never known success in the real world, I think it was overwhelming. And then it struck him that the real Louis was not the one chopping salmon, but the one climbing the steps of a golden palace. My imagination is as real as my body, he told me. It was hard to argue with him.
Yes. I don't even know.
Began to forget the world we know. I think it pained him to remember Lewis, the cannery worker.
There he is.
He began to despise the man with a royal contempt.
It's not...
I still thought I could save him. Even after he said he was being crowned king over all the lands of wonder. The palace would be packed with his companions.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you. Hello everyone, hello. Thank you, you're too kind, Hey, you there, hey, Jimmy, yeah.
Including the wise Calico who'd insisted on inviting him.
Hello, Molly. I am here, yes, I am here.
His queen waited, holding his crown.
Is that a guillotine?
There was only one thing left to do.
My head's gonna be chopped off, or my hand or something.
Bend down his head.
My queen.
And the rest I think you know. Mrs. Finch, your son was a kind man who will be missed by all of us who knew him.
Did he cut his head off with the fish thing?
My brother was really cool. I wish you could have met him.
Dang. I hope that's not the way he died. I don't know how much longer this game goes. I mean, I might as well finish it. I feel like I'm really close to the end.
On the way back from Lewis's funeral, my mom told me to start packing. She waited until the day before we left to tell Edie.
Wow.
I'm not sure if she wanted to make it easier or harder.
This is the last building, right? I think we're at the top. I want something like that right there on top of my house with the little like pulley elevator. That'd be so cool.
I wish we'd stayed. But I understand why we left.
Do you?
My mom ended up leaving everything behind.
Sanjay.
What happened that night had been coming for a long time. Maybe it should have come sooner. But it had to end one way or another. All that's left now is to tell you about that last night.
Is this my room up here?
That whole last day, Edie just watched us pack and didn't say a word. Until supper, when she raised her glass and said,
"To our final night together, and all our final nights apart."
Grandma, you know what I said about alcohol. Some of your medications are very
Edith,
specific.
I left a present for you in the hallway. Why don't you go open it? The grown-ups have to argue now.
I'm sorry, you're right. We're all leaving tomorrow. Let's just enjoy our last...
I'm not leaving.
Edith, you're excused.
Let's go look at this dang present, Dan.
the power had been shut off that morning, but Edie always had plenty of candles. When my mom sealed the library, I don't think she knew about the other entrance. Or that Edie had a key to it.
That thing you're afraid of isn't going to end when you leave the house. Edith has a right to know these stories.
My children are dead because of your stories. I think it's best if Edith and I leave tonight.
Frog.
We'll have the nursing home send a van for you in the morning. Okay?
History of the Finches.
Dear Edith, there's so many stories I wish I could tell you, but there's only time for one. This is about what happened on the night you were born. That night, the tide went way, way out. It was the first and last time I ever saw the old house aground. There'd been an earthquake out in the middle of the ocean. They called it the lowest tide in 1,000 years.
Whoa.
God, it smelled awful. No, I've seen that house every day of my life.
Wow.
But I never thought I'd go back to it. When the fog rolled in, I lost my way. I got turned around.
And I was walking straight the whole time.
For a while, I wandered. I started seeing things.
Don't run.
Things I'd forgotten had ever existed. But when I saw them, they felt like old friends. That night, a lot of things came back to me. Or maybe I came back to them. Things I can't explain, but that I need you to try and...
Edith, what are you doing in here?
It's mine!
Edith!
Mom, you're gonna rip it! Let go! I kicked and screamed, but Mom dragged me to the car.
I never saw Great Grandma Edie again. The next morning, the van came to pick her up, but she was already gone. After that, we moved around a lot. We both tried to make the best of it. A few years went by. My mom didn't like to talk about it, but she started getting sick a lot. The rest happened pretty quickly. She got better for a while, and then she didn't. And then I was alone. The last Finch left alive. Until I found out about you. I'm still not sure what to tell you about all this. If we lived forever, maybe we'd have time to understand things. But as it is, I think the best we can do is try to open our eyes. And appreciate how strange and brief all of this is.
Am I being birthed right now?
This journal was supposed to be for you. But now I hope you'll never see it. I just want to meet you and tell you all these stories myself. But I guess if you're reading this now, things didn't work out that way. This is where your story begins. I'm sorry I won't be there to see it. It's a lot to ask, but I don't want you to be sad that I'm gone. I want you to be amazed that any of us ever had a chance to be here at all. Good luck.
Aww. Edith's son. Story by Giant Sparrow for Shirley Dallas. That was good. I really enjoyed that. I like a good story. Everything ends. That's the trophy I got. Wow. It was a little... There were like noises. They were like trying to scare me at the beginning because it was so ominous. But, I like how when they told like told the stories of everybody, that I got to like experience that and play through it. I thought that was really cool, especially the one with Lewis where I was the king and stuff, and it was like a game, and all at the same time I was still cutting the heads off the fish. I liked the little secret compartments and hidden passageways, and I really like that the frog thing in the bath. But all the people kind of dead or died. Not dead, died. See, there's the frog. Yeah, but all the people kind of died in really weird ways, really sad ways. Not weird, sad. And yeah, it really makes you think about like how every family has their own like history, and you know yours, but you know yours, and yours goes so deep. But if you just think about it, every other person that you pass in this world has the same deep past and stories that you do. Not the same, but the same deepness. Like the amount of story and experiences that every individual in the whole world experience. It's like crazy just to think about, like, just so many different lives and so many different things going on, and you're just here in your own, and it kind of makes you appreciate the story you're a part of. I don't recognize any of those playtesters. Edith Finch team. The end. That's great. Look at that. Nice. A lot of them died really young. What does that mean? Does this give me a better connection to everything? It only goes when I go on Dawn, Gus. No, just Dawn. Dawn puts me to Edie, and Edie puts me to Dawn. I just want to see what happens. Are they like extra stories or something? Everything kind of load in. Oh, is that all that is? Okay. Well, that was a good game. I really enjoyed that. I hope you did as well. if you would like me see me play any other games, I'll be glad to. I have Hollow Knight, which is that like that bug game kind of. It's like a side scroller type thing. Kind of want to play that game too. I also have Batman Arkham Knight, so I could play that as well. I don't know if Titanfall 2 has a story, but I could play the campaign of that as well. I have Uncharted 4 downloaded, so if you guys want to see that, see me start that, then I could do that as well. But just let me in the comments. Let me know in the comments what you want to see next. I may or may not be able to play it depending on what game you ask me to play. But if it's a game I have, I will play it. Otherwise, I'll just pick a game tomorrow and play that. Oh, I also downloaded the Star Wars Bounty Hunter game that I like first streamed like a long time ago on my channel. So I'm gonna start that up again, try to beat that game. But yeah. Anyways, thanks for watching. Hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for watching. See ya.